MMO Show, Episode 6, recorded on Thursday, July 30th, 2015. I kind of stumbled. Do you want me to do it again?
You can do whatever you want.
I don't want to.
Okay. All right. Welcome to the MMO Show. Welcome back, everybody. I'm glad you're joining us again tonight. And tonight, we have Jason.
Hello.
We have Swamp Thing.
Hi.
Shannon.
Hi, I think that's me.
I was like, is he talking about me? That's kind of mean.
And we have
great movie.
It is good. Brent, how's it going tonight?
It's going good. Good. How are you doing?
I'm well. What are we drinking, Shannon?
Tonight.
What is dulling the pain of that poison ivy?
Tonight I have Diet Verner's and a bit of whiskey.
Oh. Is it
Okay.
tasty?
It is
What kind
good.
of whiskey did you drink?
Bushmills.
Ah, okay.
It's decent.
No, it's good. Save some.
Save some for who?
Is that like, should you just be drinking that straight? Like with ice or something? Or just
Maybe. Like,
eat?
I don't know. I wanted the pop, though.
Okay.
Pour it on your face.
Yeah,
Whiskey.
maybe that'll help. It might
Burn
make
the
it
whiskey, burn the poison ivy out. That would be
I mean,
great.
if you saw a Swamp Thing movie, he gets fucking pissed.
Now, is it still contagious? Like if you rub the wrong stuff?
I asked them, and they said the doctor says it's only contagious until you wash off the oil. So since I went inside right away and washed with Dawn dish soap immediately, that I was not contagious to anybody. So I'll be fine. Well, they'll be fine. I saved them.
That's the power of Dawn.
Yeah.
And plus, you don't have dishpan
sponsors.
face.
Our new sponsor tonight,
Dawn dish soap.
It's the right demographic.
For your face!
For your...
It's not just for dishes anymore.
Jason, what are you drinking tonight?
I'm drinking water.
Ooh!
I don't know why. Yeah, that's all I was feeling.
Did you run that through a filter?
No, I don't do that.
No?
No, you got to get some bacteria in your system. You got to get
fluoride,
Yeah.
some nuclear waste.
Yep, all of it. It's delicious.
Hey, it's city processed it good enough for you, right?
That's damn straight.
Yep. You don't fuck around. Brent, what are you drinking tonight?
I hate to be a copycat here, but I'm drinking water. But it is bottled.
It's good,
water.
right?
It's not that sink crap.
Have you heard about this shit?
I'm glad it's catching on.
I mean, this came out of someone else's sink, and then they just put it in a bottle.
Yeah,
then,
that's all that bottled water is.
You know, I only drank...
This episode is also brought to you by water. Not like any brand, but yeah.
I only drank because of the podcast, too. Gosh darn it. Slurms, what
I
do you
would
got?
have, but I keep forgetting like that y'all are like an hour ahead. So I was like, oh yeah, I'll be there 15 minutes early till like 9, and then like my thing starts ringing, and I'm in my bed, like in my boxers, just talking to my wife, watching some show, playing EverQuest, and all of a sudden it's like ringing, and I'm like, oh crap. So I'm like flying to the other room and plug stuff in and hoping stuff works, and then call in, and then
Is your wife in bed at 8? I'm jealous.
I would love that
I would
so
be right.
much.
I would be in
Oh
bed.
my god.
It wasn't for you fuckers.
Well, I'm gonna
Happy
play video
podcast.
games still, but yeah. So water.
Agua. I have no more hard root beer in the house because it was so tasty. So I am back to the Di Serono on the rocks.
Did you see there's a Di Serono sour?
What?
I saw a commercial.
Like it's pre-mixed?
Yeah, it's just called Di Serono sour. I don't know what it is.
That saves
fine.
a lot of work right there.
It does. I just like it straight though. But yeah, if it's a good pre-mixed amaretto sour, then I'd be willing to check it out. But yeah, it is very, very tasty. Let's get on to what we've been doing in the MMO space and what's new in the MMO space. Later, we might have a little chat about Card Hunter. But before that, has anybody been doing anything fun in the MMO world?
I have.
What?
I've been doing so much fun stuff. I've been playing EverQuest still.
Yeah,
You
that's cool.
anybody
They
want
used to
to
hang out.
guess my level?
You probably okay. So you were last time like 12.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm guessing like 9 because it's really hard.
See, this is
you lost experience.
This
down.
is
Yeah.
like when
I keep muting at the wrong time, but yeah.
when you go to the grocery store and you're like, you know how much money I saved, and then they overshoot you, and you're like, I can't save $200. So no, you were way off.
You're I don't know like 18.
That's better.
It's in the notes, but I like that you're
Oh,
guessing.
did I put it in the notes?
Yeah.
Well, I might have lied. I'm 24
like the time
now.
the teacher leaves stuff on the board and forgets about it when you take a test.
Oh, that was the best.
But there was an issue because they messed up like old MMOs do, and it's a progression server where they're only letting expansions come out like every 6 months or so, and they accidentally unleashed like the new stuff early, and so they had to like quickly go in and like delete all this stuff, and they deleted people's levels, and so they gave everybody like double XP for 3 days, which means I got like an extra level.
Wow.
So
Wow.
Double XP. I mean, that was probably huge in that.
yeah.
That environment playing it.
But the sad thing is that it's like bringing me back to the old days. Like I'll be at work, like planning what I'm going to do that night now, because that's kind of like how EverQuest was. It was like WoW, you didn't know what you're going to be doing because every 5 seconds that changed because you level so fast and everything's just so super. This one, like you plan out your night, maybe even your week. Like I'll get 2 levels here in this zone, and I'll look for this. But the weird thing is, it's actually been a lot of fun playing it. So I don't know what that says about MMOs and new ones and old ones.
Yeah, no, I hadn't thought about that, but yeah, totally. Like the modern MMOs, you just log in and do whatever. I miss or forgot about having to plan things out and having a game plan and research and all that.
Oh my god, I used to have a binder for EverQuest, like with all the maps and everything and all the quests, and yeah, I used to plan everything out.
Well, and I think there's something that I've missed from like more of the modern MMOs is the like local community, because of how the game is kind of rough and you're always in like a certain area for so long. You actually meet people and you learn if people are jerks or not, and people are actually nice because of that. Like people actually apologize for taking your kill or something, right? And then that doesn't happen in modern day MMOs.
Yeah, because if like you accidentally stole something from a camp or trained on somebody, you had to go apologize because.
Or you did it on purpose.
No, I never did. It on purpose.
Yeah.
Trained a tunnel.
You always apologize like you didn't mean it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm new.
Lion.
Why did you apologize before you zoned?
So
But yeah, so that's where that community aspect too. So I'm enjoying that too, and like seeing people and like you see their corpse and you're like, hey, I remember you. We were talking the other day.
Yeah,
so,
Remember your dead ass.
So EverQuest, yeah.
So
I'm gonna re-up when the month comes.
Wow.
Pay some more money.
Remind me again, what were you playing? What class, race?
And I'm a necromancer.
That's right. Okay.
But I've started a druid and a monk and a cleric as well.
Yeah, you're gonna level those up real quick.
Yeah.
Druid was I think my favorite class in the game was Ranger, but the only one that I ever got to max level was Druid because I didn't really love playing with people. I know it's an MMO, so weird, right? But like
that sounds about right.
Yeah, but a lot of the friends that I had that I started playing with had eventually left the game, and rather than I still was really digging the game, but I wasn't keen on trying to meet people in the game. I was, I guess, maybe too young for that at that point. But
Ooh, look at the young guy.
Oh, shut up. So whittle. But I started over. I started a druid because I knew that they could solo a lot of content. And back then, and I don't know if it's changed now, but it used to be that you got to a certain point and you couldn't do any solo content that would actually gain you experience unless you were a more powerful class like a druid that could kite and dot stuff all day.
Yeah.
I remember running into that, and that's kind of when I quit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if you're not the right class, you gotta have a group. Like if you're like a warrior, you're gonna have to have a group.
So it's still that way?
Yeah, if you're melee,
server,
you're gonna have to have a group.
Oh, that's right. You're playing on like the OG servers, right? Same.
Yeah. The new stuff you can actually rent hirelings and stuff to go fight and heal you.
Really?
Yeah.
Like little companions?
It's really actually kind of crazy. If you look at everything you can do in the actual EverQuest, it's so advanced compared to like almost any other MMO.
Really?
It's
Do you still play with the window in that box?
No, they got rid of that. It's all
In the classic servers, is it like that? Do you remember how like you actually saw maybe?
Oh yeah.
And the original.
Oh, because of all the chat and crap was
the chat, your spell.
Process the video of I thought. I'm assuming that was a resource thing that they built around, but who knows? But
well, I'm actually yeah. I mean, you can full screen it and everything now. It works fine. I'm actually using a WoW interface.
Nice.
So the interface all looks like WoW.
It's like going home again.
Yeah,
and then the other home
sounds
too.
like Homer's car.
Like I'm scared to tell people that, or someone might like beat me on the server. I'd be like, why do you have a WoW interface? This is EverQuest, man.
Okay.
We're blacklisting you from hate.
That's the old UI, the really, really old UI, by the way.
Wasn't EverQuest the first one you could order pizza in?
Yeah. But I think that was back when
that one?
Variant
Was that
owned it at the
EQ2?
time. Yeah.
Might have been EQ2. It was a Pizza Hut thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Games are weird.
Video games, right? Well, cool.
We're smart.
So
I'm
who else?
I don't know.
What's up?
Nothing. I didn't really game that much this week.
You didn't?
No. I
Too busy on your face.
on my face, and I went running. I finished week 6 though. Of the
For
C to
C to
5K.
5K?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Nice.
And then
And
usually
then all these cool graphics, right?
Yeah, and then I usually crawl into bed, and I'm like, I'm not using the computer or anything because I went running. But yeah, I'm trying to get back on the horse. I did log into Guild Wars 2 today and just kind of putz around Queensdale, and the Shadow Behemoth popped like right when I logged in. That big world swamp monster in Queensdale, and so I helped take him down. So that was something. I was like, all right, awesome. I remember that.
My thief is going to hit max level soon, and I don't think he's moved in a month and a half.
From all the experience boosts?
Yeah, I log in every day.
Oh, see, yeah, I don't like that.
Why not?
I don't know. It seems empty.
Well, you don't have to do it.
I'm not doing it.
Well, then, yeah.
I was in Queensdale this afternoon with my daughter.
What were you doing?
It was one of those a couple of the early hearts. We had both started new characters tonight.
Ooh, what'd you start? What'd she start?
I created an engineer, and she created a mesmer because it's purple and pretty.
That's true. Are you both
she's going to get bitched at in Dub v Dub.
No, wait, am I thinking the wrong zone? Queensdale's the starter human zone, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, okay. Yep. I am thinking the right zone. Yeah, we both went human.
You didn't go the little turtle-looking face things?
No, I'm so proud of her because she was at the race select screen, and we were going through everything, and she opened up the Sur, and she was like, ugh.
Oh, you were scowling.
I wasn't.
Does she need glasses, maybe?
No. We had her eyes checked. She's fine.
You might want to get that double checked.
No,
like
she
wanted posters
sees
on the
they're
wall.
ugly little creatures from the depths and doesn't want anything to do with it. They're not pretty.
Speaking of Guild Wars 2.
Well, I mean, they're not like.
Never mind.
They're not like, I guess, pandering to kids, I guess. So, they're a little bit more sophisticated. So maybe.
Well, I mean, they're child-sized, but they're just.
Maybe if it was a minion, or something.
They kind of look like Gollum from the cartoon.
Kind of, yeah. You know what they do? They really look like the Gollum from the Hobbit animated movie. That's very accurate.
I would say the boys look terrible, but the girls are kind of cute. Mine are adorable.
But my wife did over here because we have the computers in completely separate rooms, so I came back to mine to create my character, and my wife did happen to overhear her with my son out in the other room when she was creating her human character, and she goes, "I think these are the biggest boobs." And my son goes, "Let me see," and then I hear like my wife says,
I'm an expert.
She heard him walk up and go, "Yep," like just confirming.
Boo.
Oh God.
Jesus.
She's gonna get a lot of free
Good
stuff
meatball
in the
moves,
game.
is that what- Dad?
So,
Was he
yeah.
thirsty right away?
What?
Was he thirsty?
Ew.
Dad, can I get some chocolate milk? Weird. I don't know why we're still talking about that. But speaking of Guild Wars 2, what's that, Chan?
Free Mystical Dragon is now available. Starting this week, you could claim your very own mini Mystical Dragon by putting one of those two-step verification thingies on your Guild Wars 2 account. And never fear, if you already had done that, I do believe it's retroactive. So you should just kind of get that when you log in then. I don't think I have the two-step verification going then.
I know I don't.
Because Guild Wars 2 has it set up to where, like, if it's from a different IP address, they block the login and email you right away.
Yeah, that's
Which every MMO should always do that, because knock on wood, I've never had a problem with my Guild Wars 2 account getting taken or anything, and I've had problems in almost every other MMO when I don't use the verification process. But anyway.
Like a dare.
I know.
Just gonna drive around with the billboard truck. See if you can get into my account.
God, that was so good.
That was so stupid. Yeah.
He got lit up too, so bad. And if you know, we're talking about the LifeLock commercial. The founder had commercials where he was like, did he show his social security number on the commercial?
Yes.
I think that's what it was. Here's my
Yeah.
social security number with LifeLock. You can't possibly get to me.
Oh God.
And then they changed it from like, they'll pay you $1 million or whatever if it ever happens to, we'll give you $1 million in services to help you get your stuff back.
They had to change that.
So yeah,
business. Though.
brought to you by LifeLock.
Yeah.
They're a sponsor of the show. If you'd like your own, just go to lifelock.com/the MMO Show. Hopefully that doesn't go anywhere.
404. Cool. Is that all the Guild Wars 2 news we got
I think
this
they were
week?
doing a stress test tonight, weren't they?
Oh, were they?
Dub map.
Might be.
I
I do.
something on Twitter. I wasn't sure if it was tonight.
I did log back into Guild Wars 2 for the second time, and I teleported to like an area that I'd been, and I logged out and went and played EverQuest.
Yeah.
That's progress. Did you get all your little levels? And you're probably max level by now in Guild Wars 2. So.
Oh no, I was only like level 8. Like I don't know what y'all are talking about with the logging in stuff. I haven't seen any of that. So
When you log in the lower right corner, you'll get a little gift bag, and if you click it, it goes into your inventory, and then you open up your inventory and open it, and depending on the day, you get different things. But certain days you just get levels, and you click on them.
levels.
Yeah.
Like full on levels?
Full levels.
Yeah, you'll get like one level every so often, and then on your 30th day of logging in, you'll get like a whole mess of levels.
Like
you'll
6.
Get 7. Yeah.
What? So should you do this on like every character, or is it just like?
Oh, you only get one.
Yeah.
So like right now, when I do my daily login, and I'll log into my thief, which is the one I want to get to 80 because I have a couple of 80s, and I'll get the daily from him, and then if I'm going to play another character, I'll log in after that.
I guess I'll have to start logging in daily. Or something.
Oh yeah, no, it's gonna be fun.
You don't have to plan out your days so much with Guild Wars 2.
No.
Well, I did log into Star Wars today too, and apparently I have like cartel cash or something, and I bought XP boost, which I didn't use, and then I saw an Ewok that I can get as like a friend, so I may do that.
Ooh, that would be cool. I would like that. I actually canceled my Star Wars The Old Republic subscription today. Just because it's been weeks and weeks, and I still haven't been able to group up with my group that we intended to do this whole thing with. And I don't know, I'm sitting there and I'm like, Guild Wars 2 doesn't charge me, and I could go check that out. So I logged into Guild Wars 2 today instead of SWTOR today when I had time.
Yeah.
It's not that I don't like the game. It's
No,
just I don't like to pay for the game.
Yeah, well, and with that, we discussed it already, but just the fact that I was only playing the single-player story content. That's all I wanted to play in it, and it just got to that point where it was getting hard to... I mean, at first I'm like, yeah, I'll pay for a month or two and then play this, go through the story, but then, like, think it was the second month that came about. Then I was like, I just couldn't justify spending another $15 to just continue to do story content.
Which story were you playing?
It was the Sith Warrior.
Was it not grabbing you?
At first it really was, because of the choices I was making in it, because I was kind of leaning more light side, not completely light side.
You're kind of a dick. Yeah.
It was like, yeah, I'm kind of out for myself, but at the same time, I'm not going to just murder people for the sake of murdering people. I saw that as kind of dumb and very, bad guy, very cliche, just as much as like the Jedi counterpart to that class was you could go very light side, and it was very bland if you did so. And I played. What's that?
I was going to say, I've run into that problem too, and I guess the only two real characters that seems natural fit with that stuff is like the smuggler or the agent, or maybe even the bounty hunter. I haven't really played, but with the Jedi and Sith, it's so awkward with that stuff.
I like the bounty hunter, because the choices going gray there makes more sense. Like, all that stuff is awesome, but
you don't get rewarded for gray.
No, I know, but I feel like I'm more in control of what my character wants to do, and I don't care if I'm light or dark on that. But I know I should, because later levels you're supposed to be all one or the other for certain types of armor. But I
don't think it's going to matter for any of us.
Well, it didn't matter anyway, because the bounty hunter was like, the story was not grabbing me at all. I would say that is probably their weakest storyline.
Yeah.
In the game so far that I've experienced. Anyone else? No.
The bounty hunter I never really played much of.
I like how the bounty hunter plays, but
level 2 on bounty hunter, like 30 on Jedi. So that's the one I've done the most.
Which Jedi?
I don't know. What do you mean? The good guy.
Right. There's two. There's
a consular and a warrior. Or Jedi Knight.
Oh,
Jedi Knight.
I think I did the tank one.
The Knight.
I heard that one's great. I haven't played that one.
It's the one, not to spoil anything, but it's the one where I think your sidekick's going to change to the dark side, it seems like.
Yeah, I know that one has some pretty serious stuff with the Emperor in it. I finished the consular, and it was okay. And I'm doing the smuggler. I was playing some today, and that's what I'm still just doing the single player missions, mixing it up with some of the space combat, which I think is dumb fun.
And the single player space combat or the multiplayer?
I still haven't done the multiplayer one. I do want to do that, but just the single player space on rail.
Yeah, I still like that because it reminds me of Panzer Dragoon.
Yeah, totally. Or a better Rebel Assault.
Mm-hmm.
But the smuggler story is okay. Like I don't know.
It picks up more after I think around 30.
Okay,
there's a little bit of a twist that happens, but
42, I think.
Okay, then never mind.
Yeah, no, and it did get better. That first third was kind of rough.
Yeah, I like the whole lead up to getting your ship. That was cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
But after you get your ship, it's like, wow, cool, I got my ship, and then like the next 10 levels are. Bleh.
Well, what I've noticed playing through multiple characters is that game suffers from it drags out the story, and it makes you visit the same planets as every other class.
Yep.
And that you could just see stuff coming a mile away, and I wish that they had done something a little bit different and made it a little bit more unique. And I'm sure that would have been a pain in the ass to do all that. But when you're asking people to go through, it'd be nice if it was mixed up a little bit. I already knew which planet I was going to go to next and all that, but I'm totally going to finish the smuggler story because I want to get ready for the expansion. But I haven't done all of the other story stuff like I did the Hut one, but I did not do the Revan stuff. So I'm going to keep subscribing, but
subscribe. Cool. Yeah. Is there any other MMOs that you have been playing, Jason?
No, I downloaded a couple iOS MMOs today that I'm going to check out because I found an article just about some of the newer ones out there.
Cool.
But I haven't got a chance to play them.
Which ones?
Let me look here. I've played Order and Chaos before. That's like the go-to one.
That was like kind of the first.
Yeah.
Yeah, my question is it good or is it just first?
It was okay, but it was such a WoW clone that
Yeah.
After the novelty wore off of I'm playing this on my phone or iPad, I just stopped caring. Celtic Heroes is one that I think is new that I downloaded, and I had pretty good reviews. And then there was another one. I think it's on my iPad. I don't have it right here. It was, I think, Rise of something. But that I watched a video, and that looked kind of basic WoW. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Just out of curiosity, I was seeing if there's. I haven't looked in a long time. See if there's anything worthwhile on there.
Do they have EverQuest on there yet?
No, not yet. Albion Online will be, but no.
I think that may be something they announce. Speaking of expansions, when they announce the WoW expansion at Gamescom, maybe they'll mention they're going to go iPad.
With WoW?
Think so?
I think they could. I think they definitely could. I don't know if they will, but it was like I thought they were going to go free to play, and then they did the gold coin thing or the token thing, which is basically free to play in my eyes. But
Kinda, yeah.
I think they could go iPad and Hearthstone's on there, and
What? Just virtual controls or using like
I think it'd be kind of like Order and Chaos. I mean, you just use your thumbs and you go
You
to
think it's going
town.
to be the same servers as the PC version,
I
or would it
don't
be a
know. See, I
separate?
haven't really thought this through. Apparently,
Yeah,
All right, let's figure this out for Blizzard. Come on.
they only have a week left.
Spider
We got to
crawling
get
up
this
my
shit
leg.
done.
Let's watch the MMO show. See what they say to do.
Writing down
Better
notes.
make sure we get this shit edited quick.
Nah, don't let Shannon edit it.
No, I'll do it.
Aw.
Yeah, but they're announcing new expansion next week. Gamescom
August
next
6th,
week, right?
yeah.
yeah. The 7th, I believe, is when they were.
Is there any like rumors about what it's going to be?
It's going to be really short, like the last one.
Oh.
That's what That's what they're seeing a lot of. Is a lot of
Yeah.
people are like, the last one was kind of crap for how much content there was. I guess we talked about that before.
It seemed
Yeah.
like that it had a really good first impression. The hook seemed cool with the garrisons, but people really got down on it after they played a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, Garrison started off as the best thing ever, and then all of a sudden everyone's like, wait a minute, I'm isolated. And
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
you're just logging in to do garrison stuff and then logging out. You're
Kind of
not
I
like
love
Guild
this.
Wars,
kind of like
Yeah.
Guild Wars
Hey.
2, opening up your little bag and
Daily.
then logging out.
They're turning them all into little iPad games, so why not just make it into an iPad game? But I think rumors right now, the big ones is the Emerald Dream, which I don't know enough about the lore to know if that's cool or not.
Wizard of Oz focused.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, definitely. Get your slippers ready.
That's
who
gonna
needs
get weird.
courage when you have a gun? Sorry, Futurama.
Wow.
I mean, like, my big thing is, like, what are they going to do with, like, is it going to be like every expansion? This is probably my biggest beef about WoW. Is like, they're like, hey, there's these really cool features. We're giving to you this expansion. Next expansion, all those cool features are gone. Like, so the garrison, are they going to bring it to the next, or is it just gone now? Kind of like your little farm in the last one, all the
Flying.
guild, the guild perks. Like, why not build on the guild
Yes,
perk
'cause
system
that,
each expansion?
That capped out, and they never did anything more with it, you know?
Yeah, except for take things away. Like next expansion, they're like, oh yeah, we can't have you automatically teleport places anymore. We're going to take that away from you.
Yeah.
And
That's
and the
cool.
flying now, you have to like max out like some new, faction to get flying. I'm like, is it really that big of a deal?
I think like if you go through like a whole zone and do all the quests in it, you've kind of had the foot experience. Let people fly once they do, complete the map.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, apparently it's much more difficult than that. So,
So I wonder. It's obviously not this year, right? There's no way it would be coming out this year.
Well, I mean, they're not releasing any more content, so I don't know. They still need beta and all
Right,
that crap,
and that's usually a
so
long process for them.
I would say if they've got their shit together early next year, like they've been touting this, we're going to try to get to like
Yeah.
a year kind of thing. And if they've pissed people off this bad with like not enough content, they can't go like a full year without anything. I don't think.
that seems at this point 2 years, because that will be 2 years from this last one, right? People will be pissed. I don't know, but a shit ton of people came back for that last expansion.
That
I
hasn't been
did.
2 years. It's not like, wasn't that like last fall?
No, but I'm saying if the expansion didn't come out till next November, like they
It would be
typically
2
do,
years.
it would be
Oh, yeah.
And you'd have
like,
like
there
what,
was
a
the-
year and a half with no updates or whatever.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
Yeah.
No, they've said that they want them to come out much faster, and the goal wasn't the goal, maybe I'm wrong, but wasn't the goal to have it annually?
Yeah, that's what Brent was just saying.
Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
thought
Okay.
it said it was, but they're just trying to do what EverQuest has been doing for the past 15, 21 expansions. Something like
Just-
that.
it makes
EverQuest
me-
did it every 9 months, and then they moved to a year because they're like, okay, that's too fast.
Yeah.
Couch
Way
expansion.
too many expansions.
Just
So-
makes me wonder because, like, I would think Blizzard would have a lot more. I know that Blizzard prides themselves more on making sure stuff is right when it launches, so that there's as little problems with the game when it launches as possible. Even though, yeah, you're still going to have issues you can't avoid, but largely their expansions don't have big hiccups on launch. And most of them are pretty polished, regardless if they've turned out to be good for the future of the game or not. They're pretty polished, but it just makes me wonder, like with Blizzard having that much money getting thrown at the game and trying to get down to a year or whatever it is for the expansion, like I wonder how that is, because like it's kind of a similar problem going on in Guild Wars 2 right now. With there's a lot of complaint that they stopped doing the bi-weekly living story updates because of the focus on the upcoming expansion, and now there's tons of complaints like, well, there's nothing going on in the game right now. You're not updating the game other than new stuff in the gem store. So, like, between the two companies, I presume that ArenaNet doesn't have nearly the amount of people getting thrown at the expansion as, like, Blizzard, but, like, just I'm really, really curious. I know this is nothing that any of you guys can really answer. I'm just really curious of what the development is like for one of these things.
Oh, no, I can answer that.
Oh, can okay, go ahead.
I'm just kidding.
Well, and it's crazy because I
She
would
can
think,
give you an answer.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just not the right one.
but I would think they'd have these things like all mapped out. Like WoW would go, okay, here's our expansion, and here's all the basically patches we're going to do, and then this is the next expansion, and have this, at least a couple expansions ready. But during this expansion, the last part, they're like, well, it was going to be someone else, but when we got there, it didn't work as well, so we went ahead and used this other guy. I'm like, so you're planning this crap? Like, wow, it's like, I don't know. It seems a little loosey-goosey for my...
Yeah, it's a multi-million-dollar a month type of company, but that's okay.
And then they're like partying for a few weeks, and they're like, oh crap, we got another expansion we got to work on.
Well, what else do they... So, the StarCraft is this year, right? The next expansion? Or the final expansion?
I think
They did
so.
the Protoss stuff.
Dude,
Yeah.
I never played that. I have no idea.
And then Overwatch might be... if Overwatch is this year... then
But how
I would
much
say-
overlap is there between teams?
Yeah, I don't know, but I mean, it would be so weird to see Blizzard put out like 3 games in one half of the year or
Yeah.
in the
Yeah,
same
well,
time period.
Hearthstone was released, officially, and
Oh, it's got another expansion coming now?
Yeah.
tournaments, and then HOTS, or whatever that one's
Heroes
gonna
of
be
the Storm.
released.
They're constantly updating that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I played just before we podcasted.
Well, cool. Did you win?
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you. Was it against bots or players?
It was against bots.
Good for you.
You could have just not asked that last part.
Strike that from the record, please.
I knew. I was hoping that wasn't coming. But yeah.
Their bots are much harder than other.
Yeah, they're tough.
Okay.
Sure. I have sad MMO
alright.
news.
You have what?
I have some sad MMO news. It's not an
No.
MMO that any of us are currently playing, but it is an MMO that is still near and dear to some of our hearts. We kind of go back to it like every other year or so. For a while there, we're going back to it every year. Lord of the Rings Online is closing 19 servers.
What?
Yeah, it's sad.
At
But
least how many?
they'll have 5 US and 5 Europe, but
Okay.
The weird thing is that they're going to announce which servers that are those 19 on August 3rd. Now,
Like they're making an event of it?
I don't know, but wouldn't you kind of be in a panic if you were playing Lord of the Rings? Like, you know, at this point, like, announce that they're closing, but not give out the list now. I would be like, okay, what do I do? Like, if I had a guild and stuff, like, where we go, we don't even know if we're going anywhere, and then trying to
That's
coordinate.
fucking weird.
I thought that was kind of junky, but yeah, but they'll be closed permanently. They'll be closed permanently as of the new year. They're gonna, of course, turn off all character creation at this point, and they'll have like, what is it? This will mark the beginning of free transfers on all worlds. I would assume though that you can't transfer to one of the ones that's closing, and that will start in August. I'm assuming that all starts August 3rd because you wouldn't open up free transfers now because no one knows what's closing right now.
You just transfer to a closing server.
Yeah,
that's fine. It's free. I'll transfer again. What are you gonna do?
So they're closing 19.
Yeah.
And so I am surprised they even have 19 servers. Like, I know that game has a fan base, but
yeah, and I don't know too, like when they launched that game, like it seems like there's a lot of, you know, a lot of servers were smaller in MMOs back then, and so perhaps these 5 are larger server, like they can accommodate more people. And so maybe the closing of the 19 servers is a consolidation for population, but on top of that, maybe these servers can also handle more people, so it's not actually as bad as it sounds too, because I know
maybe those 5 are just going to be like just flooded with people.
Maybe. I don't know.
And I don't like... closing servers, even having multiple servers, like this is all just kind of like old MMO tech.
Yeah,
that just seems to need to go away. I mean, like WoW just said, basically, we're not closing servers. We're just going to merge servers in the, you know, behind the scenes while you're playing.
You're not going to know,
and you're not going to know, and that's what they just need to do from the beginning, and just be like, log in, just log into the game. Play with your friend. It doesn't matter. We'll do the server magic on the back end.
Yes, I agree completely. One world server. That's what... Oh, I love that.
Or even, I didn't realize while I was doing that, or even that, so you can still have that sense of community with your server, but, you know, you're not going to notice that your server is pretty decimated with population.
Yeah, because you're just
a hint, though, community is dead on MMOs, except EverQuest.
Aww.
Except EverQuest.
Except on EverQuest, yeah.
Hey man, community's pretty rad in a lot of MMOs. Like Guild Wars 2, I have to say.
Yeah, that one's pretty good.
Yeah, I do enjoy the community in Guild Wars 2.
Is that like the general community of the game, or like you like meet people and you actually play with
it depends on the server, because like if you are on like Tarnished Coast, they have a pretty rad community. That there's a forums separate from the game, like they have their own URL for their own forums that they all go and converse on, and it's a pretty great community.
I've had good luck just wandering around and talking to people, more so than other MMOs and on our server in Guild Wars.
I've heard too that Final Fantasy has a great community. Final Fantasy 14.
So far it does, from my experience, but I
heard
Cactar. It's beautiful. Cactar is pretty rad, and I'm still playing on Cactar.
No, you're not.
I also heard that they have 3 sides on PvP.
I know. I just found this out today. I'm still. Anybody that's been playing Final Fantasy 14 for a while is gonna think that I'm a complete noob, because feels like I'm experiencing so much new stuff with the game right now. It's amazing. I finally hit 30 with a class and unlocked a advanced job. I unlocked a scholar, and from the little bit of time that I've played on the scholar since, I may be one of my new favorite of all time MMO classes. Absolutely love it. I got my chocobo. I'm working on dyeing my chocobo's feathers.
What color do you want?
I want white.
All right.
I want a white chocobo because my guy is a.
We know why. We know why we shouldn't say it on here.
Well, okay.
No, just kidding.
My guy's hair is white, and it would just match. So, but yeah, 3-sided PvP apparently.
What are the
like
three
PvP,
sides?
the 3 sides, each side represents your grand
From the
company.
cities? Okay.
Yes, because after, was it 20 or whatever, you can do a quest to join a grand company, which each of the main cities that you, each of the 3 main cities that you can start out at, whether it be Gridania or Ulda or Limsalamosa. Thank you.
Just making up stuff, but yeah.
It sounds like I am. You can go back at some point and pick which one of those cities you want to represent in your grand company, or as your grand company. You can do missions just for them. You can earn like tickets or whatever, the seals, I think they're called. You can earn seals to turn back in to either upgrade your rank within the grand company, or you can buy items, like you can buy like the armor that represents the grand company, and that's actually how you get your chocobos. You join a grand company, and then you spend like 2,000 seals to buy the rights to your first chocobo. So where was I going with that? Anyways, yes, 3-sided PvP. PvP previously in Final Fantasy XIV was just kind of like a little 2-sided arena battle, I think.
Yeah, I remember when that was announced.
Yeah, and I guess it was kind of, basically most people just disregarded that PvP even existed in Final Fantasy because of that. There was rewards for it. There was ranks and stuff that you could get, but not many people really partook in it. But with the new expansion of Heavensward, I don't know if it was actually with the expansion or if it was with a patch alongside it or what, but they actually added, I think, 1 or 2 different maps now that has up to 72 player PvP, split into 3 sides. That you go in, you're in 8-person groups, up to I think 24 players per side, and you can go in and fight. I don't exactly know what happens in the PvP. I don't know if you're going after like contested points or if it's just bloodbath or what. But from what I've read online today, like again, I just found out about this today. From what I read, people seem to really be digging it. One person on Reddit, when I kind of inquired as to what the hell it was about, just said it's not very balanced right now, but it is just a lot of fun. There, I guess, are some abilities that you get when you enter that are PvP only abilities. But yeah, other than that, I gotta get to end level and play it, and that's the one bummer about it is you have to be max level. I think at least 50. I don't know if you have to be max, but you have to be at least 50 to join.
Did you ever do the PvP in Secret World?
No, I never got that far.
Because it sounds, well, you could go at any level, I think,
oh, could you?
or low level, but it sounds like this.
Really?
I played some Secret World PvP, and yeah, it was 3-sided. And it seemed like those type of numbers, like there were instances going, but it was pretty large scale. But it was a lot of, like back when the game came out, it was a lot of just running from checkpoint to checkpoint, or like there wasn't any sieges or anything like that at that point.
Yeah, I'm not real keen on what exactly you do in the PvP, but I do want to find out because it seems like it's something that's catching on in the game, and I feel somewhat vindicated because I think a long time ago, maybe it was right after the game came out, I had brought up, I was like, well, hell, there's 3 sides in this game. It's like, is there any PvP? And like people kind of scoffed at the idea. It's like, no, this is a PvE MMO. There's not going to be PvP in this. That's stupid. But here it is.
No, they've always said that they were gonna.
Yeah, they were like a lot of MMOs that made a big deal of Dark Age or people working on it, weren't they?
I don't know.
I didn't hear any of that, but I did know that they were always talking about having PvP from the beginning, but it was, late coming.
Probably,
I could be wrong. It seems like almost every game that comes out that has PvP, they say, oh,
They grabbed some intern from DOC for every one of them,
Yeah. Heard they just got some guy who just started recently at City. Never mind.
We should apply for a little.
It's another joke.
Aww.
Yeah, they did just get. I think WoW just got someone from Wildstar who's going to be working on the
Really?
next expansion.
Well, that is interesting.
Huh.
I don't think I just made that up. I think that's real news.
You know
It
what?
sounds legit.
I love wild speculation, so we're gonna go with it.
Well, good. Then
Rumors
perfect
are
place.
awesome. Yeah.
Occasionally, I've never played Wildstar. I actually have a copy from that one Humble Bundle not too long ago. But occasionally, I pop into the Wildstar subreddit, and people seem to really be digging that game. Like that, a lot of people are noting that it made a huge rebound a few months after launch. Like the launch was completely kind of botched, and a lot of stuff not handled well. Like they kind of went back through and made some large fixes to the game, and it's been loads of fun ever since. So
Yeah, free to play is coming soon for it.
Yeah. I like Wildstar, but it's just a lot
I wanted
of.
to check it out before. I wanted to for the free to play because I got that account,
Hold
but
on,
I'm
hold on.
digging Final Fantasy too much right.
Your phone quality is dropping to Nikes.
Yeah, your guys' are kind of effed up on my end sometimes too.
Actually,
Sorry.
Brent and Jason are fine. It's you.
I know. I don't know if someone. I don't know.
Can you
It's-
hang up and then I'll take the call back again, real quick?
Just pause that porn.
Get the fuck
Just
out of here twice. It's so
Hit
hot.
pause on that.
Yeah.
Get off Pornhub.
Can you come back like willingly?
He's probably
Hello?
downloading
Hello?
EverQuest. I'm pretty sure.
Hello?
he
You sound
gets
better.
on that community.
Do I?
Yes. Slight pause
All
for
right.
technical difficulties.
Let's see if it works out. Are you getting my video?
No, it's trying to start.
It's cooking.
It's cooking.
Hmm.
We can keep talking about Wildstar though. In the meantime.
It's the hour.
I think that's all I had for
That's a
Wildstar.
game.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
It's just don't get housing. Play everything else. Never go to your
yes,
house.
that's what killed
in
it for me.
Wildstar.
The garrison's housing. Whenever you take housing and make it an isolated incident, that's wrong. You need to make it like housing, like a community, like a neighborhood, like in the real world. Like
Yeah, that was my problem with. I got into housing there. I was like, okay, the tools are neat, but what does it matter?
yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of the same with the stronghold in Old Republic. I don't really care about them.
Like you just made a single player game mechanic thing.
You made a
for me.
room. Good job.
Like make it where I can walk down my neighborhood and like TP my friend's yard. Like,
Yeah.
that'd be
Yeah.
awesome.
Yep.
We're all throwing toilet paper, fake, MMO toilet paper. It's going in his trees. He's gonna have to come clean it up. He's gonna yell at us later. Great fun.
I want a game like that where I can see who did the most yard work and is really proud of their lawn, and then the night before trash comes, go and empty all their yard waste bags on their lawn. I want that in a game.
Christmas tree their driveway.
Yeah.
Now, see, you joke, but that like is kind of how it was in in DAOC. Because you would have these little neighborhoods, like it was instance, but it was neighborhoods, and like it would be multiple.
That's how Lord of the Rings is.
Yeah, yeah, but like in DOC, it became important because you would start to know, like, okay, this massive guild had like, because you could lock down your guild house or whatever to like only let certain people in, and then but you would have strategic like guilds who would have like public transporters and stuff or teleporters. So you would have to know like where their house was in your little neighborhood, and like so you could teleport to your guild house, run over to their house if your guild couldn't afford, the uber awesome teleporter that you needed for whatever was going down out in RVR, and then hop through their teleporter and head out there and get going. And so like that stuff was awesome because you had your little neighborhoods and you had the people who sold stuff with little merchants and all that out there. I liked it. I still think hook points in the real world's way to go, but anyway, we'll talk about that in another show. Slurms, your webcam sucks, so we're gonna.
It does. I apologize.
That's okay. We're just gonna.
Oh, I
leave
thought
it
that
on.
was just you.
That's he's being.
Holding still.
Just holding it.
Spinning loop.
His vision.
Hey, look, you got some ivy on your face too.
Oh, damn it.
Anyway,
Yeah.
just focus on the next portion of the show, I guess.
Oh God, what is the next portion of the show?
You shut down everything? You're just supposed to just call back.
No, I didn't.
He went down and turned off the power.
I know. He's like, where's the fuses, honey?
Any other MMO topics?
No, I think that was it, right? Anybody else?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah, I think I spilled all my MMO beans.
Okay, I'm calling it dead, and we're gonna cheat on some MMOs over here with some...
Dirty whores.
I heard that I was supposed to be going on Steam and downloading Card Hunter immediately.
I didn't say immediately.
I didn't do it immediately anyway.
I knew you weren't gonna anyway. I knew it was a losing battle. I
might download it.
Card Hunter is a secret cure for poison ivy on your face. You rub it on your face on your computer screen when Card Hunter is up there, and you are cured.
That was only if you pre-ordered.
Oh,
do I
They
have
might
to pay
release
for
it as
this?
DLC later.
Am I paying for this game?
No, Card Hunter is free to play. Card Hunter came out a long time ago. Like I don't even know how long ago. It seemed like forever ago.
Is that the one where you're being taught how to play the game by like the nerdy kid or
By
whatever?
Gary.
Gary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the game is set up that you are hanging out in Gary's basement.
Yep. Okay.
And he has tabletop modules. And
Gary Gygax?
No, it's just some kid, like teenage kid named Gary. And he is teaching you how to play, and everything looks like you have a couple characters that you control, and they look like cardboard little cutout minifigures, and you're fighting monsters and completing the modules / dungeons with cards, and you're getting loot, and it's free to play with the typical kind of, if you can pay real money to get extra pizza. I think pizza is the main currency in it. But I haven't put any money into it. But it's got a really cool personality to it. The art style is really cool. It just came on Steam, so it reminded me about it. And then I've been playing it a lot the last couple days. It's turn-based, and it's you can play single player where you're completing dungeons and you can redo them or keep progressing, or you can do co-op, or I think you can do versus. So it is really, really cool. I would definitely
like rap battles. Like rap battles versus.
Yeah, I haven't done that yet. I hope so. I got a sweet kid and play dance I'm going to bust out.
Is that the one where you grab your one leg with your hand and then you jump through the loop with your other leg?
Don't act like you don't know what it is. Yeah.
What? That's it.
That's exactly what it is, and you know it. I need you to be my co-op partner for that, Steve.
Yeah?
I'm going to hurt nobody. We're just dancing.
You're going to have to be which one is it, kid or play with the tall hair?
That's kid.
Okay, you're going to have to be kid.
Play.
Yeah, play Christopher Martin. I loved the movie House Party when I was a kid.
I've never seen that.
Hey, I just guessed my password and got to log in. No, but I was in the beta for this, and it was just in a browser window.
Yeah, that's how it used to be.
So now I need to get this.
No, I think you can still play that way. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I kept forgetting about it. Now that you can download in Steam, it probably just works the same way. It just makes a dedicated window when you play it through Steam. But
I think it destroyed me. I think deleted all my stuffs.
You should be able to log in your old account.
Yeah, no, I'm in there, but I think I think it started me over.
Oh, maybe you were playing before they did wipes or something like that.
Yeah, they wiped me.
Yeah,
like a hiney.
Wipes. But it's really good. As soon as I started playing again, I was like, well, shit, why did I stop ever playing this? And then I remembered, I don't have a big attention span.
Yeah.
But it's really good.
I had, this is breaking news. I don't have anything to fuck with on the I don't have any papers, but breaking news. I had to Google, because you said that House Party was one of your favorite movies when you were growing up. Mine was Class Act.
Class Act was good.
Class Act was really good.
Is that with Whoopi Goldberg?
No, with Christopher Reed and Christopher Martin, Kid and Play.
Oh, that was Sister Act. That's right.
Yeah, no, they're pretty similar, but Class Act is okay, but Class Act is like PG-13. I remember House Party. House Party is pretty hard R rated.
Yeah.
And really funny.
True.
I haven't seen it in a long time. I wonder if it holds up.
But Class Act came out in 92 apparently, and I was 12.
Yeah, that was after House Party.
Yeah, so I was way too young for House Party. You were fucking way too young.
I'm older than you. But
yeah, what the hell?
But I watched every fucking thing when I was a kid. My parents didn't censor anything.
They did not. From the stuff he tells me, I was like, "How old were you?" Because like I couldn't watch that stuff.
5.
I saw Conan in the theater when I was like in first or second grade.
Wow.
Yeah. I've done some kind of backwards math like now with movies because I remember seeing certain things when they came out and like, holy shit! I can't believe they took me to the theater at that age to see that.
I was actually trying to figure out today, and this is more of a modern movie, but I was trying to figure out today if my kids are old enough to watch Scott Pilgrim.
Oh, we showed it to our kid about a month ago.
We let him watch it.
What do you think?
He really liked it. I don't know, like he was definitely old enough. I don't know, a year or two ago, I don't know if he would have been into it as much.
The only scene that I'm worried about is the part where she's getting in bed with him.
She's got her clothes on still.
It's not bad.
But yeah, it's
he watches Scrubs, and Elliot's always running around in a bra. So
yeah.
I mean, it's.
Yeah. We showed him probably about a year ago Coming to America, and I'm like, this isn't that bad.
We had to turn it off. We're like,
I had to jump up to turn it off, and of course I got a boner, so it's hard to get to the TV.
When she comes up from the water.
Yeah, you know.
I know.
Yeah, we've all slow-moed that VCR tape.
Mm-hmm.
That's like when we were letting our kids watch The Simpsons, and I didn't realize like how raunchy The Simpsons actually gets.
Yeah.
Places. But they'd been joking about, they'd been saying cinnamon. They just thought it was funny how it sounded. And then that turned out to be Homer's safe word in an episode, and I had to explain that. Well, I didn't have to explain it because we didn't explain that. Just leave. Just go.
Get out of here.
To the other room.
What's the safe word?
You can't watch this show anymore.
Yeah, don't say that.
The one that I really remember watching a lot, and I was really little and had no business, was Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
You should not have been watching
I was probably like 5 or 6 watching that movie. I gets in some pretty heavy shit besides just basic nudity. Abortions and stuff. Yeah.
That is really weird that you should not have been allowed to watch that.
No.
Don't know if allowed was the word.
No, they just didn't care about any of that.
You had cable.
But I wasn't allowed to leave my house within a block at like 13. So it was inconsistent and weird.
See, I was out in the country with guns shooting at not lions. I want to make that expressly clear. But it bird. Like I did shoot a woodpecker, which I think they were illegal to shoot. But I brought it into my dad. Hey, and that should have been the point where he went, okay, no more with the guns. I know I thought it was cool to let you go out there, but you just brought an endangered species into my house. That's never good.
But instead,
he didn't say anything?
He said, don't shoot those.
No explanation.
What's your next line? Something like, when I stab it, it feels like heaven.
No. It's I would be arrested if we would all be arrested if we did things with our kids now that our parents used to let us do.
Oh, parents are in trouble all the time now. They call them like free range parents, and it's
I think we're technically free range parents, even though we're not. But whatever. We let our son ride his bike up and down our block within sight of our house, and we don't sit on the porch and watch him.
What?
So that's considered free-range parenting. So we're in the living room looking out the window.
Oh, he's gonna get hit. Oh.
Like how old is he?
Okay.
He's going on 11, yeah. I mean, my God, when I was his age, I was staying home by myself, so babysitting the neighbors' kids.
Yeah.
But
yeah, now it's like, if found out my neighbor had a gun, and I'm like, no, you can't go over to their house anymore. Like, I don't know what the other kid's gonna do, but like, if he ever pulls out a gun, you just run.
Yeah,
like don't wait to see what joke he's gonna pull with it. Just run.
Yeah. Our kid's 10, and I saw some sign out. Yeah.
I want to pause this. We are clearly into after show stuff.
There's no more cheating stuff. I know, but played Rocket League.
We have to actually end the show, and then we can. Yeah. Well, because Jason had this the last time he edited. It was an editing nightmare trying to figure out like how to end the show. So let's just wrap it up, everybody, and then we can keep talking in like 2 more seconds. We'll keep going, but so that's all we had for cheating on MMOs. What was that called? Card Hunter. I will download it, I promise. And Steve, take us out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
Okay. And so that'll all still be in there for the YouTubers. Or anyway, so after show. Now